Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from Saragordo Zoo. Okay, so hey, cool story. If you guys saw my post that I posted just the other day, I said that I lost power, and I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough time to actually do this episode. Turns out it's 3 o'clock in the morning right now, on the day you're watching this episode, and the power just came back on. So my furnace just kicked on, everything's going. It's 50 degrees in here. I've got like a couple shirts on. I'm actually kind of chilly, but I'm powering through because I want to bring you guys this episode quickly. And if you guys do enjoy this, please smash that like button because I'm freezing my butt off right now to make it. So it really helped me out a lot. And I'm going to do a little something fun today because tomorrow I'm planning on doing a stream here to do a lot of work actually on the landscaping here at the zoo. So today I have a little something special on mine. And if this is a little bit shorter of an episode, it's because I only got a couple hours and I got to leave for work. So I'm going to try to grind this out quickly just for your eyeballs and ear holes to enjoy. So, all right, what are we going to do today? We are going to be heading out of the zoo just a little bit to build the ruins of a certain area that I think would be kind of fun to add to this world. But to do that, I'm going to need a whole lot of supplies. So let me grab the squid backpack because I know there's some empty space in there. And we're going to just kind of yeet a couple of this in there. And then let's go ahead and just stash those in there for right now. And then we're also going to need some andesite because that's also used in this build that I'm thinking of. That should be probably enough. Maybe we'll grab a little bit more. You don't want to run out, you know? So, let me go get to the location real quick. I'm also going to need some glass, not much though, and I also need to build something else. They are, what are they called? Antimatter blocks, I believe, right? Yes. Okay, I'm going to need some of these things. How do you make these things? Is this just cobble? This is just stone. Any stone and glowstone. I believe I have some glowstone. Yes, I do. All right, so let me whip up some of this here real fast, and then we'll get going to the location. You guys are going to love this. Now, as some of you are aware, if you were watching the series from the beginning, this is the same map as Pixelmon Revolution. Now, we're leaving the zoo behind there for a second because we're going to go build a little something over here. This is the same map as Pixelmon Revolution. So if you watch that series, there's quite a bit of things built on there, and it's a lot of fun. Now, I thought it'd be kind of cool if we sort of tied that into, like, an ancient time. You know, like, so, look at all these Coatimundis. That's how you say that, by the way. I actually looked that up. I thought it'd be kind of cool if we tied that into like an ancient time, right? So we're gonna head over here because over here is where Spawn is, and that's also where the Spawn town for Pixelmon Revolution was. It was right here in this bay, actually, right along this coast, right where that lion that I'm flying at is. Now I do have to watch out so I don't get mauled by animals or something, but it was right here, right where this ravine was. In fact, my first death on Pixelmon Revolution was accidentally falling in there because somewhere right around here was Rocket Inc. Because it was our tower that we made, Rocket Inc. And it was somewhere like right here. And so I thought it would be kind of fun and kind of nifty if we built the ruins of Rocket Inc. today. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try not to fall in here again. I'm not going to cover this up. I'm not going to do anything with this, actually. This is all part of the landscape now. I'm going to keep it the way it is. I thought it'd be kind of nifty if we built the ruins of Rocket Inc. Tower here. And it looks like there's bison, there's lions, there's all sorts of stuff in the area. So I do have to watch out. But I'm going to have to do a little bit of landscaping, a little bit of clearing. I went ahead and made my red anti-block so I can get the red R. Because although the tower isn't going to be standing anymore, it's all going to be disheveled. I do want to at least get like the R somewhere, as far as like at least broken down somewhere. Okay, so I got to do a little bit of landscaping, a little bit of clearing. Well, not really a lot of landscaping, actually. A little bit of clearing here and kind of get the foundation set up for where I want this the base of the building to have been, and then start working on the ruins and the disheveledness of it all and how it looks, and then we'll see what we can come up with. All right, so I just basically had to clear out a tree is all I had to do, but I went ahead and marked this down right here. This is 2280. Now, I did hop on Pixelmon Revolution real quick just to go check to see the coordinates of this place. And this is where the southwest corner is. Or southeast corner, my bad. So, if I can go off of here, I got them all written down here. If I go off of here, I can actually kind of plot out kind of where this building actually sat. And 480, I believe, is where the other corner is. Which meant this is the exact location where Pixelmon Revolution used to be. I kind of like this idea of adding these little like, kind of hidden areas here outside of the zoo even. I think this will be kind of a creative idea to add a little bit more life to this world. It looks like right here is where the other corner is. And then the other one I think is actually like over the edge of this, which means I could actually hop down there and like put some of the ruins of the tower down there, like having it collapsed when this like ravine opened up. I think that'd be kind of creative. Actually, is it on this other side here? Is it just barely on this other side? No, I think it's a little bit farther ahead. Yeah, it's like right there. That's where the other corner would be. But yeah, I think that'd be cool to have some of the collapse. You know, let's hop down here. It's right here. Bam. That's where the other corner should be. All right, so we can actually work with that. Now I do have to fly out of here. Yeah. Whoa, that's a tree. So with this, we should be able to recreate some of the corners of the building itself, and maybe do a little bit of the flooring, a little bit kind of like sprinkled in with the rest of the grass and everything. I did go ahead and grab some marble because I had a marble floor, if I remember correctly, and I also got a couple of leaf blocks here to make it look a little bit overgrown. And then the courtyard itself was like right out here, and I might put a couple markers there, as well as the nether portal that used to be at spawn here as well, somewhere right around here. So, alright, let me get to work. I'm doing a little bit of building, and we'll see what we can come up with. Alright, a quick progress update for you guys here. This is what I got so far. This looks pretty broken down. Now, I'm going to try to pull up a picture right now of the Rocket Inc. entrance. Okay, so this is what it looked like on Pixelmon Revolution, and then now here is what it looks like now so far. So this is what I'm going for. This is the kind of disheveled look that I'm looking for. It really looking broken down, dilapidated, kind of wrecked is what I'm going for. This has been many centuries have passed. The Pixelmon that used to live in this area have turned into actual animals. That's the story behind this, and that's what I'm sticking to. I'm going to keep on building on this thing, and like I said, I apologize if this is a little bit shorter episode because I'm trying to knock this out quickly before I head to work, just so that you guys can enjoy. So sit back and relax, and let's see the progress I make here. Alright, all I'm doing here is adding in the debris of the tower that would have collapsed above this. Figuring that this is probably the wreckage of all the material that would be above it. I'm going to add a little bit of detail in here. I did get the walls put in here, sort of. I mean, the walls in air quotes. I mean, obviously the walls aren't really standing anymore. But this is supposed to just bear reminiscence of this place after all. I did go ahead and put some debris down there as well. And I kind of intend on doing that, continuing that actually right here. I dug this down just a little bit to kind of give it a little bit more of like a slope, like this part kind of caved in. The weight of the building kind of collapsed down in here. That's the mentality behind this after all. This whole ravine opened up over time, and then the building kind of fell into it that way, probably leading to the entire collapse of the tower when you think about it. Like, one of the corners gives way, and then the structural integrity takes a dive after that. So that's the mentality here. I'm gonna add some debris, actually, wreckage on these slopes also going down here, so that it looks kind of like it kind of collapsed in this way. And I think that's about it. Let's get my rockets out here so I can get out of here. That's the only way that I'm actually escaping this place. Fly over here if I can. And let's take a look and see what I got. Oh, yeah. All right, let's actually get way up here, actually real high. And look down. Yep, there's the footprint of the building right there. So Dash Tower would have been right next to it. And the 9-floor tower, or 9-layer tower would have been, or 9-story? What was the one that Drailer built? It was right next to it with the 9 on the front. Would have been across the street right over here, right where the ravine actually is. Maybe in time I'll get around to putting those buildings in here too, or the wreckage of those buildings as well, but for right now I'm just doing Rocket Inc. Let's see, now I just got to add a little bit more detailing onto the rubble inside here, and then also start putting in some of the marble flooring in parts of it, you know, obviously broken. Let's get something here. Let's get the squid backpack here. Open this up, squirt a bunch of this stuff in there just to make some room, because I do want to take this out though, because I want to make more of these right here. I think that these are going to come in handy for adding some details. And now where did I put the marble? Right here. There it is. Perfect. I need the chisel also, because I think some of this stuff was like a tile, big tile, panel, tile? Big tile, that's where it is. It's oops, wrong thing. Let's go ahead and chisel that real quick, just at least one of them here. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle this in. We're gonna alternate it here so it looks like it's kind of broken down, but I also wanna make sure that this is kind of looking broken as well. Is there a cracked variant of this? Hold on, wait 1 second. There's the cracked bricks, which I don't really care for. I just want like a cracked variant of this. I don't see one. And there's this one, which looks alright. Actually, you know what? Let's break this up and put let's see if I can't get like 16 pieces of this variant right here. I think that looks kind of nice because it looks a little bit worn down. Alright, so I'll add that in places as well. But I'm going to go ahead and get to work on putting the flooring in here just in spots, you know. So get some of the tiles, the tile that was actually there, you know, in place, and then kind of sprinkle in with some of the regular stuff like this. And this is going to look really broken down. I'm also going to probably go ahead and throw in a little bit of like coarse dirt in here too to really make it look like it's disheveled. But we're going to get this floor looking nice, and by nice I mean absolutely terrible. Alright, I'm just putting the finishing touches on. I'm just throwing some glass and chunks in places in here because if this place collapsed, a lot of the glass doors and buildings or windows above it would have come down with it as well. And some of it, a lot of it would have broke, but some of it would have been just chunks left here. Now, there's this like hole right here, because if you remember, this is actually where the elevator was. So I figured I put that in here as well for leading down to the not so secret underground area back that we were building, that Maddie spent a lot of time digging out, but never actually finished. Or I mean, she dug out a lot of it, but we never actually got around to finishing it. So, and I'll throw one more right there. All right, there we go. So that should be the wreckage of the tower. That looks pretty good. Now, this isn't including the foliage that I'm going to be adding here in a second, but I do want to get to placing another kind of identifying feature of it. Let's see, I got these marks, these coordinates written down as well. Let's get these little things on that show me where certain things are as far as markers go. And I think it was more of this stuff actually. So it was, let's see, 1769. That's what we want. 1769 right here. All right, so there we go. And then over here, I think the other one was at 969. So that would be right here. All right, so that's the front archway of the building is where it was. So we're gonna go ahead and add some rubble, kind of suggesting that that was here at one point in time. I think I might have used up all of my cobble walls here, so I'm gonna make a couple more because this had something along the lines of this. Now this looks like it kind of sank down, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually replace this with like gravel, as if it kind of got broke down when it collapsed, and maybe even put a piece down off to the side like that. Now this had an archway made up of these stone slabs also. I think it would be kind of cool if we jump back. Oh, missed it. Hold on. Third time's charm. Got it. Did something like this and then had it actually like collapse on the ground. Something along the lines of like this. So that the archway kind of looked like it kind of collapsed as this whole part fell apart. So then we can go ahead and add some more rubble in here, as well as some of these slabs I think would work good. So it looks like this whole thing kind of collapsed. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, now there was also some like bars or kind of like a fence around here, but I think I'm gonna have that officially be completely deteriorated. It was also made out of like there's bushes that made up that, so I think it looks fine if we leave those out because I'm about to add a whole lot of foliage in here anyway. And then the last thing I want to add is, and I think I forgot obsidian, but I'm gonna have to go grab some obsidian. I want to add like the frame of the nether portal that was right here as well, kind of identifying that this was actually Spawn Town. Let's get some fish in my stomach here. Go ahead and remove these things off the screen. Don't need those anymore. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of foliage placement. I want to get some leaf blocks in here, some bushes, overgrownness, and not to mention I need to place the R from Rocket Inc. So it would have fallen off the tower and landed somewhere right in front here. So let me get to, I think I'll do that first before I do the foliage. Let me work on the R first. Okay, so I know that that's really bright and vibrant, but I brought some of this red terracotta to actually kind of offset this a little bit, because if this thing fell, it'd be kind of in ruins. So I don't think that the sign would be lit up so bright anymore. So we're going to go ahead and sprinkle in some of this red terracotta in here. I could have actually probably grabbed red concrete. I think would have probably worked as well, but I like the idea of this being really broken down. So I'm going to replace a lot of this actually with this red terracotta. I also need to sleep before creepers be creeping. And that way it'll look like it's really broken down. I might actually go grab some more, grab some red concrete real quick, because that's that might be a really good idea. I could actually probably whip some up real quick in this area, because there's sand. I got some gravel on me. I could probably find more gravel, and there's also probably a red flour on here. Yeah, right there. Let me make some red concrete powder and sprinkle that in here too to make this really kind of look good. All right, there we go. Check it out. I think this looks pretty good. I even have like some of the arms of the R, or the bottom parts of the R kind of broke off right here. Just little bits and pieces. I think that's enough. I don't really need to add any more detail to that. However, I do want to add a little bit of like wreckage, as if like this kind of got embedded into the ground, kind of how it would look if it got smashed in there, you know, so that it doesn't look so much like it's just kind of sticking up, so that it looks like it like speared into the ground when it came down. So whenever this came down, this is when it did some damage when it hit the ground here. Something kind of like that. All right, I think that works. Now, I think we are about ready to move on to the foliage. Now, where did I put this? Let's go ahead and grab at least a stack of each. Grab 2 stacks of these. We're gonna go ahead and put a bunch of this stuff in here as if it's kind of overgrown, kind of like this, you know, like it's actually overgrowing this whole thing. And I think this should look pretty good when it's done. I have to go ahead and sprinkle this in here or there, but I'm gonna have to hurry up and wrap this up, because I am running out of time before I have to leave for work. So let's get to building real fast. Oh, Rocket Inc., you have definitely looked better. All right, so I think this is about all I'm going to do to it. Let's get airborne here. I'll have to come back and add that nether portal later, because I don't really have time to go grab the obsidian. I got to hurry up and wrap this build up here, but look at that place. Doesn't that looks like some pretty decent ruins there of a building. I think it should actually, let's see if I can't land on this tree right here. I think it actually should have like a little bit more built up in the middle of it, and maybe a little bit more going down the side. So there's a couple more details I could add to this, but I kind of like how it looks so far, and I especially like how the R is smashed into the ground. I think that looks really good. But all right, I think I'm going to wrap this episode up here, though. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. I'm sorry if it is a little bit of a shorter episode, but like I said, I'm pressed for time. Had a power outage, people. I did my best. I did my best with the limited amount of time that I had. Hopefully you guys tune in tomorrow, because tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be doing a lot of work on Cerro Gordo Zoo, actually. There's going to be a lot of work done, and it's the reason why I did this project over here instead of working on the zoo specifically, is because I need to actually finish a lot of the landscape before I continue on. Otherwise, I can't really fit the exhibits in. So big changes coming to the zoo tomorrow. Please tune in if you're catching this when this video comes out. It'll be tomorrow, Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Tune into the stream. I'm going to be going for quite a while. I have a lot of work to do there. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you again for tuning in and for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode. And if you enjoyed it, please go down and smash that like button. Alrighty guys, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.